Welcome back to another episode of PATTAY'S Performance. I know this is not how I usually start off my videos, but yesterday was my first day technically back at wrenching. Remember I told you guys I was going on vacation, which I guess now we call a staycation. So I was literally staying home and I made a list with my wife of things that we needed to get done around the house, what were our goals, and just a few other things. Like I really wanted to work on Mandingo. I didn't get a chance to do that, but you know, that's okay. As far as our list went, I think we fell short maybe about 2 or 3 things, but we definitely made a lot of progress and we're very happy. And we definitely wouldn't change what we did and how we did it. But during this vacation, I definitely made a promise and a commitment to my wife that I would not be turning wrenches. It was literally, we are going to work around the house. We're gonna, I told her, don't cook, let's go out to dinner every night. Didn't work out that way because we were tired some nights. And we just didn't want to eat some days. You know, you go out to dinner every night, you just feel whatever. So we ended up staying home and having liquid dinner. Good time. So anyway, so back to the topic at hand. So while I was on vacation, I probably sold, which I know is kind of crazy, probably about, kind of slow, like about 3 lawnmowers, a Weedwacker, and you know, that was really it. I wasn't really trying to focus on selling anything, but I did do some buying. So I'm not sure what I want to do as far as, you know, the next build I want to document. I know I made a promise to you guys that I am going to hoard snowblowers. I also made that promise to myself and my wife, who she doesn't like that at all for a multitude of reasons. But anyway, so I got that free Craftsman. I actually have 3 of those I need to work on. But I also picked up a handful of Craftsman snowblowers. They're the little 522s, single stage, you know, dual stage with this self-propelled, you know, 1-speed. It's like a lawnmower. It's like a glorified lawnmower. That's what I tell people. It's a glorified lawnmower on wheels, but it's actually a snowblower. It's only 1 speed forward, no reverse. You know, that's it. I modified the impeller on them, and they hold their weight pretty good. I can't document that because I already did in my YouTube channel. I think it was like a 3 or 4 part video series on it. So I don't want to repeat myself. So I can't do that. Wednesday, tomorrow actually, I'm going to be picking up an Ariens. Anybody knows I love snowblowers. I mean, on my channel will work on anything and everything, from the house to cars to small engines. Even though the foundation of this channel, small engines, it's do it yourself. So anyway, a huge Ariens fan. Ariens is well aware of me and what I do. My wife and I have gotten some swag from them and a card and some stickers. They just love what we do and how we do it. As far as the purse machines that we run, no, I don't have my personal collection of Ariens up, but I will post a photo of it. It's always changing and it's always growing. It has never shrunk in size. But we're going to be picking up an Ariens 824. Beautiful machine, and that's correct. An 8 horsepower engine stuffed on a 24-inch frame. So I think that's probably going to be the focus of my next build, which it really shouldn't be because I really need to take care of a few others. But she's going to kill me because I also picked up another Snow Commander too. So that makes 2. And if you guys remember, the last Snow Commander I have is from like months ago. I picked up early in the season in like that monster lot. And that monster lot is sold and it's already paid for. So this snowblower is free in a sense, and I already made money on the lot. So whatever I get sold is cream, but I still have to service it and get it going. So I'm not sure if I should do a collabo video of just the 2 Snow Commanders or just 1. But nonetheless, I'm going to be posting this video right now. What I want you guys to show that you know, my channel I think is pretty efficient and effective. My first day back of wrenching after 10 days, a little rusty, which I don't know how or why. I ended up misdiagnosing this Weedwacker. This Weedwacker was free. I repaired a couple machines for a customer 8 months ago, according to him. I didn't check my books, but whatever. And he wanted to give this to me for free. And I thought it would be a simple fix. It ended up actually being a simple fix, even though I misdiagnosed it off the bat. He wanted nothing to do with it. He just, he said he had a great experience with me. I was very honest with him. I was very upfront. I looked back at my records after this happened, and he dropped off 2 machines. I was able to fix one, and the other one we just made we came to a collective agreement that it just wasn't worth putting that money into. Gave me my diagnostic fee, and he took the machine away because I didn't want anything to do with it either. So I even offered him, like, listen, if it's a simple fix, I'll give it back to you, I'll throw you a price. And honestly, just because you had the thought of giving it to me for free, if it was something small or stupid, like exactly what this repair was, I would just come pick this up. Come pick this up. It's okay, no worries, pal. So, I don't know why I misdiagnosed the machine in the beginning, but I mean, it's very, very foolish of me. Like, when you work on anything, you need to always start at the top. I call it the diagnostic trouble tree, and then you work your way down. And I just completely missed a couple of steps. So originally I was going to edit the video where I probably do the correct repair first, and then go backtrack and edit my initial diagnostic, which was completely wrong. So anyway, this mistake only cost me $12. Big deal. But to me, I just didn't want to post it and say, you guys figure it out. I figure it'll show you that, no matter how successful you are, how many things you fix, there's always going to be a time where you're going to slip up. And you wouldn't slip up if you weren't cocky, if you weren't confident. You start at the top like anybody and everybody else should. Alright? So, sorry for my little rant. I'm going to be seeing you guys in the next couple of days with a couple of things going on. I'm not sure how I want to do it. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of buying. I have a couple of lawnmowers I need to get serviced and out of my way. I also have a couple of snowblowers that I bought, but like I said, I don't want to double shoot footage, and I can't have stuff laying around. So the quicker I get this stuff serviced, the quicker this stuff goes into storage and out of the way. So in the meantime, enjoy. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of PATTAY'S Performance. Today I'm actually this is the first time I'm working on something since I'm back on vacation. Did a lot of renovations around the house, mostly our driveway. Did a couple other things. Still have to post the deck. But anyway, I actually had a customer leave this for me for free. He says it doesn't run when you pull the trigger. It just bogs down. So I said, listen, it could be a simple fix. Would you like it back? He says, absolutely not. You fixed my other Weedwacker a couple months ago, so there's no need for this. Keep it. So I normally don't like deals like this because then it's happened in the past where they think because they give me something, I have to do something at a discount for them. So it makes for some awkward conversations. So now I usually tell people I throw it right in the garbage. Or I have a buddy of mine sell it for me and we work something out. But anyway, so this is a really good Weedwacker. This thing's worth $150 all day long. So the first thing you have to do is just verify his problem. So stop off, choke up. And you can tell already, this primer bulb is pretty hard to push in. So we already know that the carburetor is backed up. So let's just give this a pull. Look at that. Now, Usually on Weedwackers like this, there's a high and low screw, but it's not there anymore. So this means that this carburetor was replaced. So let's see if they did an aftermarket carburetor or a factory one. So let's take a look. I just cleaned the bottom of the plate. I don't know if you guys could see that. Probably can't. It says Zama on there. Zama is the factory carb. Now, even though this isn't the correct carburetor, it is the one that, if this machine was to come from the factory, it'd come with a Zama carb. Not an aftermarket one, which I have here. I keep these in stock. I use a lot of these. See that? Doesn't say Zama on there. But anyhow, I really don't want to clean out this carburetor, but let's do it anyway. Because I think this is less than $10, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. So it's really hard to adjust these carburetors out. Two things. One, there's a little hole underneath. If you guys watched my video with the echo blower, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, unscrew the air filter cover. Right? Let's get you guys in here for a good view. And then you have your two screws here. Let's take these out. Like so. To move it a little bit out of the way. Now normally I don't even bother cleaning out carburetors because this is less than $10. I mean, it's dollars and cents. Time is money. But anyway, you got those two screws out. Let's give this a pull. Yeah, this was definitely replaced. Alright, let's pull these fuel lines out. They actually feel a little hard, which really isn't an issue either. Right, so now we need to undo this throttle cable. So let me take care of that. So the best way for me to undo throttle cables is you just take the choke and you push it by hand. You see that? And it comes right out. So now the throttle cable is free, and let's unscrew this here so then we don't have to completely pull it out. Come on, what happened? Out we go. See? Just like that. Now carburetor is free. Let's push this over to the side. Okay, oh, that was just a piece. Try not to do that. Put that in the air filter cover. We'll put everything in the air filter cover. Alright, so here's a carburetor cover. I'm running low on brake clean, so usually I try and clean this all up, but I can't. Actually, you know what? Let me put this in the parts washer. Durr. Be right back. Alright, so we're back. We're clean. So now that we have both these carburetors out, this is a really good copy. But see here? You guys see Zama? So this carburetor has been replaced, but with the factory equivalent. See? No label. But identical. And as you guys see, look, China. It's literally the Chinese ripping off the Chinese, and that's why I don't mind putting on an aftermarket carburetor. Look at that. Identical. Identical. Right here is your adjustment. A little dirty. But here you could see it. Just this thin flathead screwdriver will work in adjusting these carburetors. So you always have to keep that, you know, in mind. Put a screwdriver right in there. And I demonstrated that before in another video. Now, the only reason why I'm cleaning out this carburetor is I'm going to try is, one, this thing was replaced recently, and two, I don't want you guys to think that this is like a throwaway society. Now, I do not rebuild carburetors. I just don't. At this price point, the rebuild kit, nah. Not worth it. Not worth it. Especially when it comes with a fuel line kit, which I've never had luck with the fuel line kits. The grommets are always too big. So I usually save those for another day, and then I just get the Echo equivalent. Alright, so I'm just pulling out these 4 screws here, 4 Phillips heads. Let's see what we got. What is plugging up our... Alright, so this is just exterior cleaning. So that's fine. Put that there. I usually like to put everything in like an assembly line. Okay, we're going to pull this out. Oh, this is actually screwed in. Alright, so I'll just undo this screw here. And that will release the primer bulb assembly. Alright, put that there. This will come right out. Now, can we really see anything? I can't see anything, just a little dirt here. That really won't affect anything because it's really not blocking any of the holes. So, let's pry this off. Gotta be gentle. Just take my pocket knife. Alright, so that's your gaskets. We need to pull everything out. I'm going to take you guys off camera. There we go. Everything comes off at once. We'll lay this here, because that's how we know how it goes. And this is our primer bulb assembly. So I'm going to take you guys over here. Just have some compressed air, and we're just going to run it through everything. All the holes. Good pressure. Hear that? Whoa! I think we just popped something out. Yeah, I'm almost positive we popped something out. Alright, well there goes that. Issue found. Alright, so we found what I popped out. Let's put that back in. That usually never happens. Alright, so let's blow the other one. I wonder if that meant that there's a hole in there. Now we're just going to go through every hole. I'm just cleaning the sides out. Okay. And that's that. These are nice and firm. Okay. Then we have to put this back just the way we found it. I'm very careful because these carburetors, it's called like the diaphragm, they go a certain way. So that's why I like to do one at a time. Now we have the body exposed here. Or you'll also need to undo this here. And this is our adjustment as well. See that? See how you don't have that no more? You have everything in the way. See if you can get a clear shot. See, this is your secret adjustment, and it's not coming out. This might be stripped. This could be the problem. Somebody probably tried adjusting this out and screwed it up. Well, let's go forward. We've gone this far. Point of no return, right? So, I'm just taking this out. Screw here. Pop this cover off. Okay, see that? Actually, that didn't even cover that. So that dirt has nothing to do with our issue, but let's clean that off then. Alright. If you're familiar with carburetors, this is like your needle and seat. So I really hate to do this, but we're going to undo this. This is what I hate about these. They're so finicky for me to get in and out. So I might take you guys off camera to make sure the spring doesn't go flying. You guys see I'm holding the needle seat down, and then we'll just let it open up into the... See? This is my problem. This is what I hate right here, the spring. Right, so let's get some carb cleaner. Away from everything in case this thing spritz someplace. And we're just going to send it down the hole. Oh, and we have to take our needle out. You see the needle never came out? Let's get that out. That's good. I'm just going to shoot down the holes. Now what I like to do is, even though we clean this, I still like to go through with compressed air. So all these holes we just did with carb cleaner, I'm going to double down with compressed air. Now this is our diaphragm, right? You know, it looks pretty clean. I just like to give it a good squirt of carb cleaner, just away from the toolbox. Sometimes these get gummed up too. This carburetor actually looks pretty clean, to be honest with you. I wonder if the fuel filter is plugged, but that really shouldn't be the case. So we're going to put this carburetor back together, unfortunately. My least favorite part to do. Okay. Rubber tip's in good shape. See that? I'll stick that in there. Okay, so now comes the fun part. Spring goes right there. Like so. Oh, I need to put my, this is what I like, see, magnetic tip. Set this down. Okay. Slide that in there. Set the spring already came in. And sliding it on the needle first, and then I'm going to try and compress the spring. That's not going to work. This is very tedious and not fun, and this is why I like to replace that instead of struggling. Because if we just slap on this new carburetor, guarantee we'd be running already. This video would be over, and I'd be weed whacking. Let's try this different. I'm loading this up, and we'll just put the spring in. If I take you guys off camera, sorry. Oh my god, this fucking spring. Alright, so we're in. Slide that, the needle in where it's supposed to be. And there's our preloaded screwdriver. So once it's time to preload it. Oh, come on, what this shit? It's not how it's supposed to work. So this is crooked. Let's loosen this up. Completely missed. Unreal. You see that? I completely missed. Shit.
Okay. Alright, now what? Alright, so if you guys seen, I loosened the screw up, pushed the seat in, and locked it in. So now, let's see where we're at. Let's see if all this effort was worth this. As you guys see, I'm starting everything by hand. I know I mentioned that a lot in my videos, but don't want to strip anything out. This here. Primer ball back in, and I wonder, see that? It's not stiff anymore. Making some progress, alright? Alright, so let's put this thing back together. That goes there. Stick that in there. And remember a cool choke lever trick. Let's get a thin screwdriver and turn this housing like so. Plug that in. Stuff that in like so. Go. That's it. Alright, let's hook up our fuel lines. Remember, clear is on the right. And black was on the left. Okay, let's see if she primes. No, I'm not even priming. Nothing. Let's hit it with some juice anyway. Shit. You know what I never thought? Because I just thought of this. Now it's too late. I'm not even going to bother why this thing isn't priming. We're going to put a new carburetor on here. But, you know what we forgot to check? Come on guys, you guys know 2-cycle. What do we forget to check? Come on. What do you think? The spark arrest. It's an old machine. How much you want to bet? That it's possibly the spark arrestor has been clogged. New carburetor going in. Like so. Let's put this back in and let's just see. For shits and giggles. If this is a clogged spark arrest, I'm going to be pissed. It's too early in the morning. Remember I told you that's my first day back wrenching in a couple of days. Like almost 10. A little rusty. So if you guys know the job of a spark arrestor, you kind of break it down. So there's sparks that come out of this engine, and there's a little screen here that prevents the sparks from coming out, like an arrestor. Prevents. So I honestly remove them every chance I get. On my own equipment, before I switched the battery, the first thing I did was pull them out. Look at this, we tighten the few on. The only time they're really required is if apparently you do a lot of forestry work, because then you're in a high density area where bush and the sparks will catch flame. My backpack blower I have never seen shoot sparks out. My Echo SRM my 230 Echo, that never shot out sparks. And then when I gave that up, you're gonna laugh, for a 4-cycle Craftsman Weedwacker, they never shot out sparks either. See? Perfect priming. And let's see what we got. Now if you guys see, look what I forgot to put in. Shit. Told you I'm rusty. This is brutal. This is brutal. See, but look, even though I have to do this twice technically, right? Still quicker than cleaning out the carburetor or rebuilding it. We'd be done inside. I kind of value my time, and hopefully you value yours too. You know what, anybody could spend their time any way they want. It's just not going to be cleaning carburetors. That are less than $10. Take this puppy apart. Spark arrestor on the muffler side. How? Why would they do Allen? What the hell? You see that? Everything on this thing is Torx or Phillips, and they have freaking Allen head here. Alright, let me get some Allen heads. Alright, so this is a 3mm Allen key. So it should make quick work of this housing. Should. The carb cover. And then we should have one more here on the exhaust side. That's a little stubby. Okay, and then we have this Phillips up top. You know, I'm doing that off camera, but use common sense. I like common sense. Do the spark plug bleed? Look at that. Look how nasty this is. You guys see this? That's nasty. This is your muffler. And this is where your spark arrestor is. It's actually part of a tune-up to clean these out or replace them. Now I know it kind of sucks, but you never want to do these cold. You want to try and heat them up and get hot. So just be wary of that. Let's see. Look at that. This thing is completely plugged. I'm a moron. I'm a buffoon. Watch. See that? You can't even see through. This is supposed to be clear. Garbage. that carburetor that I just took apart and ruined is most likely good. Now, if you own this machine, put anti-seize on here. I don't own this machine, and I don't feel like grabbing anti-seize right now. Now, there are ways to clean out that screen, but for the most part, you have to be delicate with it, because the heat, hot and cold, kind of ruin the structural integrity of the things. So you have to be very, very gentle with it. You know, like a very soft toothbrush and some cleaner, or just carb clean it. Alright, spark plug on, and this thing is going to rip. Dummy. You dummy. And that's life. Alright. Obviously, I'm not going to bore you guys with putting this back together. Right? So, showed you guys how to misdiagnose a machine. That's me. That's on me. 110% my fault. If you still have the spark arrestor in your machine, throw it in the garbage, please. Even if it's brand new, you don't want to have problems down the line. Oh, look, see? See the screen? Clogged. Alright? So, my apologies. My apologies. I'm just wiping this down because I'm going to clean this up and put this up for sale. So, yeah. So, the first thing you really should do is, one, you know your spark arrestor's in there? Take it out, clean it, throw it in the garbage. Next, check your fuel filter, clean it or replace it. Right? These are things you should do on a yearly basis. If you ever look at Echo, they have a thing called a fuel line kit or a repower kit. And it comes with new fuel lines, a grommet, a fuel filter, spark plug. They don't do the arrestor. I think they don't want you to know about that because they're afraid of what I'm going to do. And that's exactly what I did. Get rid of it. And you should do the same too. So I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm just going to order a new carburetor. I was going to try and take this apart and see what I did wrong. But for... Let me just check my phone how much I paid for all this stuff. Even though the grommet is wrong. $12.75. Can't beat it. And you see how long it took me to replace it? Not long at all. So anyway, if you guys found this video helpful, entertaining, because there's nothing wrong with messing up, right? I mean, we're all not perfect. Even I make mistakes. Probably a lot of people, make mistakes. They just don't admit it. But, listen. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, PATTAY'S Performance.